Alright, welcome back to the final part of Tails Adventure playthrough. We're going to equip, since I gotta tell you something, extra armor and spark are useless now, because this is the penultimate fortress and they don't want to make everything overpowered, so we gotta get our stuff ready. So could switch out that. We're gonna switch out the proton torpedo with the rocket booster, as we're gonna be needing that to reach the fortress. So everything should be equipped, and I think Tails, let's see what Tails is gonna need equipped too. Because he'll need everything and the remote bombs, I think. I'm sorry, I'm just need to concentrate. Alright. Alright, there's our remote bomb we need. And now we can head to the dock and get ready for the final battle. And let's go fly out to the Fatal Fortress, shall we? And it has the Sea Fox theme. Literally, you can just do nothing, as these battle birds are just not trained enough to reach Tails. They're all just going down. Look at that. I'm pressing no buttons whatsoever. Yeah, it is just like, just enjoy this area and just relax. And now, once we reached Area 2, it's time to go up and such and watch out for enemies. Make sure you aim your anti-air missile correctly. And be careful of these enemies here. It's also a pretty easy area too. Just be careful of the enemies, is all what I'm saying. Dang it, yeah. Yeah, I did get hit quite a few times in my practice runs, but it isn't that bad. Like, look at that. And those cannon fires will not be able to hurt you too much because they're so slow. Or just don't want to work, I don't know. Alright, now we have reached the final level on the game. So, let's get ready. Yeah, we got the birds being there, and also we can grab T-Pup, because T-Pup is mandatory in the last level. And look at this. We got ourselves the wrench, which helps switch conveyor belts and such. It's not really worth using since we have the Sonic ability and our flight modes at maximum, so it's not needed. And the triple bombs are gonna be useful too. Yeah, you're gonna have to reach it right there. Alright, good. It took us so many tries with that one. Alright. Hahaha, got ya. Oh! Shit! I actually even got him there, too. Alright. Time to... I think it's safer to use Teapup here. Make sure he's low enough so he doesn't get hit by the spikes. And there we go. Now we use their Sonic ability. Get down there. And we be able to get through this. That barrier used to been electric, but now... Thank goodness for Sonic's ability, I have to say. But we can't get past that because we got another barrier that we have to shut down. So grab Teapup. Get him in flight mode. And turn off that barrier there. Alright, these guys are going to be the pain in the ass. It's a good thing I've reached that. Woo! Since this is the final part, I might as well finish the playthrough. Alright. Now we're out of there. Alright, so we pretty much have to go down here. Luckily, there's no bottomless pit, so we're pretty much good. But still, we gotta be safe here. And now we Yeah, there's some deadly traps in this stage too, like you could get hit by spikes. Like that. I'll tell you, the Grand Cuckoo Army has good security here. So that way the two leaders cannot be reached. Now we have arrived in Area 2. As there is a barrier right there, where we gotta reach it. Is it just me, or my flight can get delayed right there too? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna shut down that barrier coming up in order to reach that area, that conveyor area. So, shut down that so we can gain access to the area. I might as well speed up those Teapup parts where Teapup's going back to Tails. But we're at the end of the game, so we're pretty much going to use Sonic's ability. Man, Sonic's ability's pretty much helpful here. Alright, what you want to do is be in flight mode, because you do not want to fall down. Because if you fall down, you're gonna have to repeat the same thing all over again. So just stay in flight mode, whatever you do. Good thing for the triple bomb, having good effects there too. How it's powerful, 3 times powerful, that bomb. And destroying those green bird and soldiers. I think they're the elite soldiers for the Grand Cuckoo Army, because they know how to put up their shields when they're ducking. Alright. No! Shit! Oh wait, this is where we need to go. Alright, stay there. And then jump. Because if you screw it up, you get hit. You'll be able to head back there. Like that, for instance. Alright, we shut down that barrier. So now we gotta make our way up there. Get the triple bombs, because we don't want it. We gotta be careful not to fall. Or else we have to backtrack. And then that makes one of the shields barriers. It's down. We just now have to head our way. Alright, now equip T-Pup again. Of course, now I'm at 69 health. But we took down the other barrier, so let's see if there's any goodies coming up. And now we have the final two boss. He reminds me of Axel from Rocket Knight Adventures. Remember that boss fight, but he's except easier. Careful, these boss can now hit you with take you 2 health points to beat. But he's pretty easy. Just stay there because he's gonna use his flame attack for all 3 platforms you're staying at. Just keep chucking your bombs. You might get some damage on him, but he's pretty easy. Just keep chucking your bombs. He has himself equipped. You gotta just time him right, and he's been beaten. That takes down Speedy. And now for the next final boss, which is the Battle Lord the 15th. So pretty much what he likes to do is walk back and forth with his bombs, chucking bombs, which are pretty easy to dodge. Just don't get close to him, whatever you do, because he will chokehold you. Luckily, he's easy to hit, thanks to our triple bomb. And this is where you wanna, whenever he walks back and forth, like I timed poorly, and just regenerate your flight meter. Whatever he's about to walk back and forth, like now's a good time to hit him whenever he's there. Yeah, you gotta hit his head right there. That's his weak point. And he's down for the count. Pretty easy boss if you know what you're doing. And that's it. That's it for the game, Tails Adventure. Pretty easy game, if I say so, if you know what you're doing. It can be hard if you don't know where all the items are. But if you know where the items are, like, I remember where all the items were when I played it in my practice playthroughs. First time, I gotta know where the items are, and then the second and third playthrough, I knew where all the items were. And now Tails is at his house and such, all in peace now, since he took out those the Grand Cuckoo Army. So yeah, this was one of the best Game Gear games I've played. It does have flaws, such as when the hit detection of the bombs can be off, but that's kind of one minor flaw. And then there's some items that can be useless. So if you were all wondering, this game is a Metroidvania. So I was backtracking, searching through areas, through finding items. So if you wonder, like, the modern Castlevania titles since Symphony of the Night and Metroid, you pretty much know this game's a Metroidvania, since you gotta search for items, save your game by writing down the password, just in case you go down. And it looks like Tails is upgrading his teapup robot on the tree log. So yeah, next game we're tackling is a Sonic Labyrinth, which I'm on my third practice run, so the playthrough should be up and ready to go soon. And it's only going to be 2 parts, just like Comic Zone, roughly. And you see Tails just trying to fix his teapup robot with the flicky. And Teapup's already been made, and he's much bigger now. Wow. Tails got his masterpiece completed. And then there's a comedic relief, too. Where Teapup ended up, the replica get destroyed. And now we got 100% items collected. Thumbs up right there. Well, everyone, that'll be it for the playthrough. So, this is me, Mr. Tyrex, signing out. Peace out and enjoy.